What's up guys? Today I am going to get started on doing the front bumper on this 2005 Grand Prix so I can finally finish the cosmetic stuff up because I'm planning on doing paint soon. So today we will be working on this. This is the Inferno front lip. This is made of urethane and it is available from a company called Cominari Aerodynamics. Look them up online if you'd like to purchase this. I think it's pretty cool looking. I got an extra bumper which is not in perfect shape, but I got one from the junkyard to do this swap with, so let's go ahead and get that brought in and we will I'm going to start by putting the two of them together. Okay, so I started off by cleaning this bumper cover really good. The next thing I'm going to do is just dry fit the two of these together. I've already removed the grills, the lower section, I took the turn signals off at the junkyard, so we're just going to sit this inside this lip like this, pull it up into the top face, and the fit is pretty good. So the next phase, I'm going to start on one end, pull the two-sided tape, and try to stick them together. If it holds pretty good, then I'm going to move on to reinforcing it. But we'll just see how that goes. And so far it's not going very well. That didn't feel like it touched at all. So I'm going to move on to the lip in front. No, it did touch too because it's holding on to it. The next part's a little bit trickier though, because for the front to make contact, it looks like the sides are going to have to be exactly where they're supposed to be. So I'm going to take all of this off together and try to stick the side at the same time. And there is where we're running into a problem. The sides are sticking pretty well, but the lip is not. So I'm going to have to do some finagling here probably to get these to sit together the way they need to. Yep, I'm going to need some reinforcements. So I flipped it over. What I'm going to do, because the tape isn't going to hold it very well at all, I'm going to start off flipped over. I'm going to run some support screws in on these sides to keep them nice and solid, because I can do that from the bottom where you're not going to see it anyway. Fortunately, this lip is urethane, which means it drills, it screws easy. There's no worry about it cracking or anything like that. So now I've got a couple screws in there to keep the sides attached. The next thing I've got to do is try to figure out the best way to get this middle section to stay flush right here, which is undoubtedly going to be a challenge. Let's see what it looks like from here. Better on one side than it does on the other. It can we run support screws and not have a problem? Okay, so we have to disconnect the back because the way this lip is made, you've got to start in the middle or it will not fit correctly. So we're learning as we go here. The next part that's kind of challenging is just trying to line everything up, because there's a lot of basically the fit's pretty good, but it's very precise. If it doesn't sit exactly where it wants to sit, it will not, everything won't line up. So you have to do a lot of finagling basically to get this to sit where it's supposed to. So my plan at this point is just to pick a good central spot and start trying to get some support screws in here until I can get everything to fit the way it's supposed to, which I am fairly confident is going to be challenging, but so it. Yeah, I've got 2 screws in the middle so far, and it looks like it's starting to get moved into place. I think we're actually hung up a little bit on the tape on this side. So let's see, that screw wasn't quite long enough to get through that one. So let's take that back out. We'll just try to move it down a little bit. Yep, that got the job done. Okay, so I'm starting to see that there's a lip here that I can run these screws into that will not come all the way through, but will line these things up and get them to stay together. So that's kind of what I'm working with here. There is a little bit of funkiness on this side I'm fighting with at the moment, but I think the middle's coming along pretty well, and I'm not out of screws yet. So let me get some more of these in and I'll check back in. Okay, so I'll show you what I did. Basically I ran a bunch of screws through here in places where I didn't think that they would show. Now I did unfortunately have to run a couple through to where they went through to the front, and that's okay. I'm going to grind those down and body work over them and you'll never know they're there. But this lip is now very solid. Let me let you see what it looks like from the front. And this is what it looks like attached from the front. I would say I'm pretty happy with how it looks, and the fit is pretty good. Now I've got to do a lot of sanding and some hole repair and stuff like that, so I'm going to work on that for a few minutes and we'll see where we get to. So So here is the progress after a little sanding and working out the little holes that the license plate had, and there was a small crack over here. So I've got that pretty much done. The only thing I've got to do now is there's two spots where the screws went through, here and here. So I've got to grind the tip of that down and work that, and we should be ready to prime. So now that I've ground that down, it's a little bit below the surface. All I'm going to do is take that same bumper mend, put a little of that in there, body work that smooth, and we should be good to go. So she's all prepped now and primed black with the lip ready to go on. I'm going to be keeping the aftermarket grills that I had, which are in here, but I have decided to paint them black to add some contrast. So they're going to be satin black, and the grill is the whole bumper I'm going to do body color to match the car. So that's pretty much where it stands, ready to be sprayed. In the next video, on this series, I'm actually going to take a break from this car for a few days because it's going to rain, but I have another video about the results from the vote from the last video that'll be coming out in a couple days or so. But when I get back to this, we're going to be painting this, painting the back bumper and the trunk, getting the whole car the same color, then the big reveal to see what everything looks like. So thank you for keeping up with this series, anyone who's following the 05, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Drop me a like, drop me a comment, and make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you later, and peace.